Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's I Hate Food, but I Love Waffles. You might be asking, what's with the unicorns tonight? Well, first of all, let's start with our promo. This is all brought to you by Homo, Sweet Homo. Okay, well tonight's gonna be all about comfort food. Tonight we're gonna be making mac and cheese waffles with a gourmet tomato and basil sauce. So tonight, we're gonna do the unicorn mac and cheese. Something fun I found. Why are we doing comfort food tonight? Well, we'll get to that here in a little bit. But first, let's start off with our recipe that we're gonna be using. So, I came up with this one. So we're gonna do 3 cups mac and cheese, 2 eggs, 1/3 cup of a 3 cheese blend, 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs, and 3 tablespoons of half and half. Then we'll talk about our syrup later. So first of all, let's talk about breadcrumbs. I don't know if you guys know how to make breadcrumbs, but let me go ahead and show you. All right, so I've already pre-made some, but I have some right here to show you how to make them. So I wash my hands here. Go ahead and tell you a little bit why we're doing comfort food. So last night I was watching the television and something pretty upsetting came on. And so I did what most of us do. I ate. Unfortunately for me, eating that late is not a good thing, because once I try to lay down, my body kicks that food right back up to me in the form of, it goes right in my lungs if I lay too flat. Well, I ended up laying a little bit too flat last night. Sure enough, welcome to a very painful experience. Huh. Amazon Music's trying to start up something else. Interesting. Echo, stop. Echo, play Cheryl Wheeler on Main. Funness of having a smart house. I don't always listen to you. It's kind of fun, like I'm doing this show, so I don't have to talk to myself while I make food that I enjoy. I like having a smart house, so I can have a house that I can talk to. So that's so. Echo, play Cheryl Wheeler on Main. See if it works.
Cheryl Wheeler from Apple Music.
Haha. Cheryl Wheeler is an artist that is, to me, pure comfort food. That's all tonight is going to be about comfort food. All right, let's get back to these breadcrumbs. So I pulled them out of the oven because I did it at 100 degrees. Just let it sit for a long time, because you want these to be nice and really dried out. Once it gets all nice and dry, you just take them, smash them in your hands. Lots of fun, because tonight's about comfort food. And I just needed to get out a little bit of frustration. So, once I did a nice little grind on that, I am now gonna grab my tea glass from the Pioneer Woman collection. I'm telling you what, I really love their dishes. So, I'm gonna take this and then I'm grinding it onto the plate. And as you can see, I'm gonna make a fine powder of breadcrumbs. Now I've already done that, so I'm gonna put this back in here. The oven's off. So, we're gonna be doing, I'm gonna say 3 cups mac and cheese, 2 eggs, 1/3 cup cheese, 1/4 cup breadcrumbs, 3 tablespoons of half and half. So let's get going on that unicorn mac and cheese. First of all, let's plug in our waffle iron, and tonight I'm gonna do this on about half heat. We'll see how that works. Let me spoon up the 3 cups of mac and cheese here. It's a horrible spoon for that. I need another. Ah, much better. Well, As I'm getting cooking, let me go ahead and just talk to you a little bit about what happened. So, seeing as how I ended up getting upset, the news, just do what normal people do, and when I ate another piece of that waffle last night, oh my God, last night's recipe sure was good with that cornbread, and God, I loved it. Well, then ended up being up almost all night. It was nice, I got a text message with a friend of mine, quite lovely. She was going through some problems her night, she wasn't feeling good, and I got to bring her some happy comfort, something I love to do. Oh, you know what? Hey, turns out one box of this is 3 cups. Who knew? We just found out. All right. There we go. Kind of a fun outfit, isn't it? I love this unicorn outfit. Dear friend of mine, Dutch got this for me. Since he's my bestie, you guys will hear about him almost all the time. My best roommate. What I've done with macaroni and cheese, also I want to rinse that out as quick as possible. The one thing we do not like is glue. A nice good rinse on that. It's kind of funny. I got rid of all my dishes since I thought I was never going to eat again. So it says, cook it in a medium pan. Well, I only have 2 pans, a small one and a big one. Ah, who needs the medium, right? Okay, so I got the mac and cheese here. Oh, and I'm kind of like, I really want to talk about the whole experience, but I know I need to. So, going to the grocery store for me is an extremely traumatic event. In fact, I used to get all my groceries online, and then the first time I went to the grocery store with a dear friend of mine, who's now in Colorado, I had a meltdown. It's pretty bad. Then the first time I tried to go to the grocery store by myself, I ended up just having to take care of my own needs. I sat down, just cried. Then I went and got the rest of my groceries, and by the time I got to the register with my list, I was shaking, tears coming down, and the wonderful woman at the grocery, she said, you know what, let's just breathe and take our time as we do these, bring up these groceries. I was so thankful for her. Anyway, so since I overslept, I didn't get a chance to go to the food bank to source out the ingredients that I wanted for this meal. So, I go to the grocery store tonight. And sure as shit, even with a dear friend on the phone with me, I got triggered. Triggering, just a word for, my book, so the word for I got completely overwhelmed. And it's really sad when you find yourself completely overwhelmed doing something just as simple as going grocery shopping. But then again, this is all about why I hate food and I love waffles. So here's putting that half and half. Now this is all about an experience for me doing this cooking show, because this helps me eat. Like I said, I think in the first one, I noticed I was losing weight again, because eating is a painful process. Like last night, I ate too late to find comfort, and it ended up going through a lot of pain, and ended up being up most of the night. It's not fun, but I get to say I'm alive. And in this, I feel like I had a choice. After second surgery, when they ended up taking out the esophagus, there was a moment where I do believe I had a choice. Which is actually a beautiful thing for any of us. People say they had a choice and they came back, which is what I did. So now I'm finding myself really enjoying this cooking experience because I feel like I'm doing this not just for me, but anybody else who hates eating but loves waffles. All right, well, this looks like it definitely does need some more breadcrumbs. Glad that we have extra in here. Let's go and pull that out and make some extra breadcrumbs in here. I'm gonna finish grinding that up. All right. Gosh, is that music? I'm telling you, check out Cheryl Wheeler. Quite an incredible musician. She's my comfort food. All right, let's see if that's enough. All right, just checking my recipe here just to make sure I got everything I wanted. Just in case you wondered, this is what I come up with at night. These recipes. It's kind of fun. You just got that base, and go from there. It's quite interesting, you know? Like I said, this is pretty wet. I want to take a look at that. So I think I want to dry it up just a little bit. Or not. You know what? Just give it a try. Let me add the extra cheese in there. So I'm going to put in a little bit of fresh mozzarella, just a little bit of fresh Parmesan, not too much. I'm going to save the cheddar from top. This just might be an epic fail, or it might be something really awesome. We're going to find out. I'm thinking I just need to really butter that up. See what we get with this. All right. This is going to be fun. All right, here we go. What a recipe. Put lots of butter in here because I have a feeling this just might stick somewhere. All right, spoon this lovely unicorn pasta here. Boy, this looks interesting. Then again, if I had to try and eat this as a regular meal, I would not enjoy it at all, to be honest with you. Portion control, and this way I can just gauge what the right portions for me, which is quite awesome to be able to do. All right, here we go. Oh, this should be fun. Well, let's go on. Let's work on the syrup. All right, so back to the unicorns. As I put in some pre-made tomato and basil sauce, which we're going to be adding some stuff into. You know, I like to think of myself as unique, and that's the definition of a unicorn. So I'm unique. You know, I'm 52 years old. Last night, after the food was really painful, I literally grabbed my blanket, grabbed my stuffed animals, and came over to the couch. Curled up with them and read a nice little romance novel for a little bit. That brought me great comfort. I'm one of these people that think, why do we have to fit in this little bitty box? I bet you there's a lot of people out there that like to wear a unicorn onesie and have all their little stuffed animal friends out to play with. They just don't talk about it. Who knows? Or maybe truly I am that little unicorn. I'm the only one that does this. I don't know. You know what? To be honest with you, I don't care. This is my life. Not anybody else's. It's mine. Oh, let's talk about smells just for a minute. Wow. Gosh. That fresh basil. Oh my goodness. That's heavenly. Oh my goodness, that's heavenly. You know, it's funny, I'm looking at this cheese right here. I don't own a cheese grater. Oh, wrong knife. I don't own a cheese grater. So I grated up the cheese myself by just finely chopping it.
get really creative once you start rebuilding your dishes and you realize, actually I really don't need that many. It's all workarounds. Just like me getting triggered, getting upset. I had a workaround. I had a friend on the phone. I don't like doing my yoga either. So I have a lovely zebra rug. I call it zebra yoga. I pull out my yoga mat onto a zebra. That's a lot of fun. All right. Ooh, I think I need some more fresh basil here. Like I say, if you hate food, love waffles. Isn't that really just like an analogy for so many things? I don't like doing my yoga. But I love doing it on a zebra rug. It's a lot of fun that way. I don't like conforming to anybody else's idea of what normal is, so to speak, or what I should be doing in life. It's all about making a life just for you. You have to be the one that lives with yourself at the end of the day, right? Nobody else, just you. Well, in my world, just me. Plus, I'm still coming up on the anniversary of losing a dear, huge part of my life. It will be gone, 21 years coming up. Pretty harsh. All right, so I gotta say, sometimes it's fun to talk to the camera versus run these things through my head. I'm gonna get more of these lovely mushrooms out. The Pike Place Market. Try to get everything I can from the market. And then as I run out of stuff, I'm gonna try and get it either. Well, today I had to go to grocery outlet, but try to get as much local source as I can. Just makes me happy. I am going to add a little bit of milk to this just to make it a little bit more creamy. Once again, the softer it is going into my throat, the easier it is going to that stomach, which is right here. All right, I did have some tomato paste left over the other night, and I'll just put some of that in. So I can try and use that up. So it doesn't get too thick. I'm gonna add a little bit of milk in here. This is quite fun. I don't know if you can see this. This teacups, this dirty tramp on the inside. Came to this place called the Ottawa's Mall. It's kind of fun. Once again, supporting somebody local who made that. She goes around and finds these very interesting teacups and then personalizes them. Up. Looks like I got a little bit of tomato paste on the burner, so I smell a little roasted tomato. How's that? All right. So let's check on that waffle, shall we? Ooh. This has actually turned out really good. Let's give it a smell. Holy shit. Wow. I mean, I was expecting something, but not this damn good. Oh my gosh. Wow, okay. I am super excited about this. This recipe. I wonder if this will work. It's quite flaky. See, get a little creative. Oh, we're doing it. I'll get spatula. Because I like for the food also to look just as attractive as it tastes. Because it's all about helping me enjoy eating. Because it's not pleasant. Well, crackling. I know, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit. My brain's just really frazzled. Going to the grocery store, it was tough. It's just overwhelming. Walk around and see all the ingredients. I used to have a table here that sat 8 people. I can usually put 12 around if I needed to. Cooking was something I absolutely loved to do. And, well, they take out your esophagus and you spend a year through feeding tubes and everything else. Let's get to this point. But I'm coping as best as I can. I think I'm doing pretty damn good. And don't forget, I'm always gonna tell you, rinse out that waffle bowl as soon as you can, because the last thing you want is waffle glue. All right, God, this looks so good. Let's put some cheese on here first. I'll put the sauce on top. So here is some cheddar, mozzarella, a bit of Parmesan, and now, oh, we need a little bit of pepper in here. Gosh, I wish you guys could smell the smells that come out of this kitchen from this waffle iron. Oh, that smells much better. Let me heat that up a little bit more. As I can tell, that's really thick, so I'm gonna need that to get a lot softer. So once I put this nice sauce on there, it's gonna have to soak in. Before I sit down, take about 30 minutes to mindfully eat my food. We'll talk more about mindful eating another day. So where was I at? Like I said, lost track. My brain's all over the place tonight. Stuffed animals bring me comfort. Friends bring me amazing support. And being unique and beautiful of me gives me the ultimate joy. I guess that's about it. That explains things pretty well. And anybody else's idea of what they feel is something I should or should not be doing, you're gonna walk down the street. I mean, I don't mind walking down this street. My unicorn onesie, if I want to. It's like, brings me joy. You know, it's my belief is you do you, boo. But the last thing you want to do is upset somebody else's space. So I doubt a guy walking around in a unicorn onesie is going to really upset somebody else. But if I was to walk around yelling at people in the streets, well, that might upset somebody else. All right. Put some of this fresh basil on here. Oh, this looks so good. Smells amazing. Basil all over my fingertips. Wonderful. And when I eat tonight, I'm definitely gonna be curled up with my stuffed animals, sitting on the couch, just enjoying, just being comfy. I mean, stuffed animals are fun. Didn't Mr. Rogers tell us that pretend land was an amazing thing to be? It's not quite done yet. Oh my God. Oh, I think the second one smells even better than the first, and I don't know how that's possible. Oh, this tastes wonderful. All right, so I'm gonna cut up some of this fresh tomato as well that I got from the market. Put that on top. maybe the moral of tonight's story is, if you get bust, life doesn't hit you just like you want. Do what makes you comfortable. Put yourself in your own happy place. Put on a onesie if that makes you comfortable. It's designed like a unicorn. Grab all your stuffed animals if that's what makes you comfortable. Grab your little blanket off the couch. As Mr. Rogers told us, pretend land is an amazing thing. And I thoroughly believe in that. These tomatoes on there. I mean, for everybody, the outside world, it kind of sucks. I mean, if you're at work, say like your boss gives you a bad time, or somebody in the street does upset you, or whatever. You know, it says you can't just come home if you don't have a spouse or somebody else to talk to, or even if you do, it says you can't just come home and grab a stuffed animal and curl up with it and look into his little eyes and say, hey, little unicorn, let's play. Put on some music, dance with your stuffed animals. Why not? Wiggle your little butt. I like to wiggle my little butt to some music. In fact, I dance a lot around this house. Dancing is something I quite enjoy to do when I'm alone. All right, pull this second one out, and then I'm gonna show you this up to the camera. Golly, I still can't believe how well this turned out. I mean, every one of these recipes I make, I hope they turn out amazing, but so far, every one of them has turned out just amazing. I just can't believe it. Tomorrow, you're in for a very special treat. We're gonna try and do a Thanksgiving meal on a waffle. I have a friend coming over, and somebody was recently talking about stuffing and gravy, and I've just sure been in the mood for it. So anyway, tomorrow's meal is gonna be kind of fun. All right, let's dress up the second waffle. The reason I'm dressing up the second waffle, instead of just putting it directly in the freezer, is I have a friend who's coming home from work. In fact, she should be home soon. I'm gonna give her a ring ding, see if she wants to try out this amazing waffle. She tried out last night's waffle, and she had a small piece of it. She was like, wow. And I'm like, I know, this stuff turned out amazing. I'm finding such joy. And what I did not think would happen, I'm finding such joy in food again. And that is all for just going outside the box, putting everything in the form of a waffle. And I'm getting all my nutrients. I've got my protein powders, vitamins that I need for my body. And now I'm actually motivated to eat again, so my hope is that I don't start dropping weight again. It's easy to do when you don't want to eat, because it hurts. And that's the sad part. But, is it sad? I'm alive. And we're doing this channel. And I'm enjoying the heck out of it. And I hope others are too. And it's so simple to do. I'm just cooking my food, talking to myself, putting it out there. This is my form of self-love right here. I sure am enjoying it. All right, this second waffle is coming up. Fresh tomatoes on top. Some more of this amazing basil. Oh, the smells. These great smells. Cheryl Wheeler in the background, talking through my emotions, talking about what happened today at the grocery store, how difficult that was. And remind yourself how great it is to be alive. How great it is to be able to have an emotional experience in a grocery store. And since I'm a unicorn, which means I'm just a unique kind of person, I can talk to the person at the checkout line as to what happened. So they don't just sit there and look at like, why has this guy got tears coming out of his eyes? I can easily tell them, point this tattoo here and this scar, and tell them that I had to deal with esophageal cancer, and this eating thing is emotionally difficult for me. Let them be a part of the human experience of my world as well. We're all in this fishbowl together. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be just like having a macaroni and cheese sandwich. What do you think? Amazing. Can't wait to call my friend and show her a delicious treat I have here. Anyway, I'm gonna let this seep in, a little softer, get my time eating. And tonight, I'm just gonna enjoy a nice romance novel and not get fussed and not eat late again. Anyway, take care.